Hi, I'm Yi-Ying. I'm from National Tsinghua University, Taiwan. Our topic is on optimizing MMVEs in network-aware clouds. Actually, this is not a paper, but our first author cannot come. So I'm here to share this topic for you, and I'll try my best, and hope you can enjoy our topic. And here's our motivation. The key question of MMVE is how to concurrently capitalize all the cloud resources to maximize the overall QoE, and optimally allocating the resources within data centers do not always achieve the goal. That is to say, we need a better cloud, a better environment. And network-aware clouds, infrastructure as a services and network as a services, they have different advantages. So if we combine them together, we will have a more flexible and efficient way to achieve end-to-end real-time services. And here we conduct an experiment. We use 2D game engine and 3D game engine to emulate lightweight tasks and heavyweight tasks. And we place the game engine on public and private cloud servers. And then we measure the frame per second, the response delay, and overall QoE. And the picture on the left is our experiment testbed, and the picture on the right is our result bar chart. And last, we found that dynamic task placement on both cloud servers will result in even higher quality of experience. Here are some open issues and our ongoing research. We would like to understand the interplay between the allocated cloud resources and the resulting QoE levels. And we plan to develop a complete QoE optimization library for network-aware clouds. And we would like to study enabling technologies for network-aware clouds. Here is a sample initial study. In this paper, it revealed that cloud providers will offer different services and service level agreements with diverse QoS guarantees. For a simplified two-tier cloud, the tier 1 cloud is public cloud. It's more scalable and more powerful. And for tier 2 cloud is local cloud, and it has low-end devices. It's not that powerful, but it's more near the user. So as we say, dynamic task placement will result in higher quality of experience. And on top of our prior work, we plan to design efficient and scalable algorithms to leverage large pools of resources. And that's my presentation. Thank you.
So I get the idea that you're basically trying to build a cloud which is also connected with the networks, and which are not separated at the moment. So, and it seems like I think the people in the building multimedia systems have similar type of problems, that they also want to deliver content over these networks, and quality of service is also very important to them. So how much inspiration, how much of the ideas that are used in the multimedia systems do you think is applicable to the gaming area? What are the issues that you have which the multimedia systems people don't have? Any comments about that?
Actually, I don't have enough knowledge in this field, and maybe you can contact our author.
I think I will. Do you have a comment about that?
Yeah, this is a very good question. So I think most of the technique we use for video streaming, for example, are applicable in this environment. The only difference is in traditional multimedia system, we may not have that huge amount of resources in the data centers. So that's the main difference on the point of view. And as you can see, this initial study is very similar to another presentation we saw, VM shadowing, where they also try to push the cloud server closer to the user. But in our case, we haven't done that yet, but we are thinking of maybe because MMV is a huge software, we have to cut them into pieces, and some piece may require a lot of computational power. We push that to the public server, which are faster, cheaper, but far away, introducing low latency. Some pieces we should move it very close to the user, otherwise the latency will not be very low for the cameras. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, well, I'm facilitating discussion now. So if we look at what Magda presented yesterday with specs, which is basically a cloud-based infrastructure, and which Lutz also presented with, was it KIP, which is also, do you think there are, I mean, it sort of feels to me that there are, these systems might complement each other in some way. Do you think that, is there any comment that you have about this, or do you think there's any use of perhaps using some of their systems and trying to, you know, use that to improve the latency to the client and the end user?
Absolutely, we are going to use some of the asset work done by the community. In our current stage, we are working on the resource allocation problem among the data center. When we get down to the implementation stage, of course, those protocols we need to do that, but we don't need to reinvent the wheels. What I'm trying to say is, of course, whatever has been done in the area. And actually, one of our code, Aiman, specifically asked me to talk to many for the protocol invented. Right. So. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions, comments, criticisms?
Yeah, all the problem when I play kind of cloud game is the latency is pretty high compared to my local PC. So do you think that which type of game is much more suitable in cloud, and then kind of game is unplayable in cloud?
Yeah, that's a very good point. There are different type of game. Say first-person shooter game, you don't want to play it in cloud unless the cloud server data center is very close to you. But for strategy games such as StarCraft 2, that doesn't really matter. You can bear with 1 second, 1/2 second delay. It should be okay. So depending on the QoE, so in earlier slide we mentioned that we are trying to figure out the mapping between the network level QoS and the user experience QoE, the mapping between them. With the mapping, then we can know that this game requires very low latency. We should put it close to the gamer. That game can tolerate more latency. Then there is a data center out there that is cheaper, but it's not very far away. We can still use that data center for that kind of game. So that's a very good point. That's why we are trying to do this.
Yes.
Thank you.
So is there, I mean, are you working with someone in industry in which you can, like a Chinese gaming provider, where you can test these ideas?
Not really, because we're in Taiwan, not China.
Ah, sorry. I sincere apologies.
No, we also try very hard to get into contact with some of the large gaming companies. It seems to me, I'm not sure whether I'm correct, the largest cloud gaming company is actually in China, not in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah, the number I saw, they have 300,000 users. And yeah, I guess everybody's trying to get their places. We haven't had any success yet.
Sorry, can you mention the name of this kind of biggest cloud gaming company?
Should I say?
What's the name of the gaming company, this kind of gaming company?
If you're allowed to say that. Am I allowed to say that? Cloud Union.
Cloud Union.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Any other questions? All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Then, I think we're still running pretty much according to time.